entered into Tony Tone's world. The Tony Tone's world.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Tony Tone's World, Super Contest Edition. Back again with Cruz. Apparently, the Dodgers did something, so that's why he's back on the podcast. Low key, I was kind of hoping that I had a guest. Maybe I'd do a solo pod. No, I'm just playing. Just messing around here. But welcome back, dude. How's it going, man?
You just hope they lost so you can rub it in my face. That's all you were actually hoping for.
I'm not gonna lie, it got a little iffy there. But before we go there, I let you go on your little rant about the Dodgers, and I just want to let everybody know to like and subscribe to this podcast, share it. That'd be greatly appreciated. And also, I have a voicemail for the podcast. Number is 815-782-0722. Feel free to call in about anything. I also do podcasts that are not sports related, although I haven't released any recently. I do. So feel free to reach out, leave a voicemail about sports, dumb life advice, say whatever you want to do, shit talk like his son did to me a couple weeks ago. You see how that backfired. But whatever you want to do. Again, the phone number is 815-782-0722.
Hey, if you're a real one, leave a voicemail, leave a comment, do something, man. I'm saying, I'm calling everybody out.
He said do something.
Do something, man. Like, give us a little love. Like, if you're listening to these podcasts, if you're enjoying them, even if you don't like them and you think we're fools and you want to tell us, man, real ones will say something. They'll leave a voicemail. It ain't gotta be nothing big. It ain't gotta be, anything. Just show a little love. That's it. Rant over.
Cholo love.
Cholo love. Call up and say the Dodgers still suck, even though they won the motherfucking World Series back to back in 24 and 25, and they're the best in the game right now. Go ahead. Call and hate on them. I don't care.
All right.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
go ahead.
Go feed into your thing.
I was still just ranting on. I said I was done, but I was still ranting.
So Dodgers won. Did you go to the parade?
I didn't. Unfortunately, I had to go to work in San Diego, so I couldn't get out of it because I just couldn't. And yeah, so I wasn't able to go. But we won last year. I took my son last year, and
we won last year.
Well, I mean, we did. I'm not lying. I'm not saying it like to brag. I'm just saying we went last year.
Dude,
man,
it was a pretty fucking good game.
Dude, that was an amazing series. Like, I in all honesty, like, I'm a Dodger fan. I love the Dodgers. I'm so happy that we won this. But in all reality, like, I don't even know how we won that. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, they pulled it off, and I'm looking back at some of it. I'm like, I really don't know how they won the damn thing because we probably shouldn't have won it, but somehow we did, and we're back-to-back champions. And I couldn't be more happy. I love baseball. I loved every minute of that World Series. I think I even said in the Game 7 at one point, I texted in the chat, and I'm like, honestly, obviously I did care, but I was like, I don't care who wins this, because this has been one of the best World Series I've ever seen with all the back-to-back. It had every storyline you could think of. Like, I had anxiety for however long that series went on, for 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks, it felt like. Dude, it was insane, and I loved it. I quoted something, my hat's off to the Blue Jays, because the Blue Jays played their asses off, man. I mean, they couldn't stop hitting the ball. Like, those guys do nothing but make contact and play the game. I don't want to say small ball, but in a sense, they just consistently make contact. They're not trying to hit home runs all the time, and they still do occasionally, but they were a phenomenal team, and they didn't even deserve to be underestimated the way I think a lot of people did. because I mean, in all reality, they outplayed us, but somehow we pulled out the win.
Oh shit. Sorry. Defensively, man, that game was crazy. Like there was multiple double plays, some crazy defensive plays that were just. I mean, again, I don't have any skin in the game as far as Dodgers or Toronto, but goddamn, that was a great game. I mean, they were close to ending it a couple times at the end of the game, extra innings and stuff, and fucking Toronto couldn't capitalize. But then
Yeah.
what's his name came up and fucking won the game for him.
Yeah, it was there was so many. That's what made it so good because it wasn't even as if like both teams consistently had chances to close it out. And if it wasn't for like a big double play or just a big like the Pages catch when he ran over Kike Hernandez in center field
Oh,
and literally,
dude, he knocked his ass out.
dude, he laid him out. And I literally was just like my mouth dropped and nothing came out of my mouth because I was just in shock, like for a good 5 seconds until my son started yelling something, and then finally, like, I shook, like, out of, like, what just happened, because I thought it was done, like, I saw the way Kike was going after that ball, and he was gonna try to basket catch it, and I'm just like, I I can't watch," and then Paz came out of nowhere and just, like, took him out, and that was beautiful, but, I mean, there were
H-
so many different things like that on both sides.
How'd you feel about that early lead by Toronto going up 3-0?
Um I knew the Dodgers would battle back. I knew they would battle back. Um, I never got worried at that point. Like, obviously, I was pissed off about that because it was, it sucked, but I knew they wouldn't go down easily, like that. And they just inched their way back, man, one run by one run. And then, that the one home run that like was the most shocker was Miggy Rojas in the bottom of the ninth or the top of the ninth.
Top of the ninth.
And it was like, holy shit. Like that was the miracle home run. It wasn't the shot that won it by Will Smith, although that was amazing. The miracle home run by Miggy Rojas, somebody who didn't even play in the series until the game 6 when they made some changes, goes and ties the game in the top of the ninth with the I mean, did you see how quiet that stadium was? Nobody
Oh yeah.
moved, nobody jumped for that ball, like, it was just one random guy who it was hit directly to him, and I don't know if you saw the video too, they showed a video, he did throw the ball back, but he looked so sad about throwing the ball back, like, he didn't want to, but he
Yeah.
felt like he had to. I almost felt bad for the guy because he didn't wanna throw that shit back.
No, I mean you can make some money off of that.
100%, 100%. But, I mean, I get it though. I don't know what I would have done in his position if I was the opposite team and that happened. Would I throw it back or not? Part of me thinks I wouldn't. I would keep it, but he did.
Yeah, that last dinger or that home run by Rojas in the top of the ninth, I was like, holy shit, are you fucking kidding me? They just went up by one and then they just tied it again. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then you guys had Yamamoto come back into the game. Well, not came back, but I mean entered the game. Fucking lights out. Otani went up for one of his last at bats. He went up at bat. Fucking his bat broke. Everybody was thinking he was going. I was surprised actually that they were pitching to him more than they
Um,
did previously.
I think it was the matchup with those particular pitchers that they felt a little confident in it. But yeah, no, I was surprised too. In a few of the at bats, they still intentionally walked him a shitload of times. I want to say he was intentionally walked in the series. I mean, probably more than 5 or 6 times. One, it was almost 3 or 4 in one game. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was that and just everything on going to game 7 and going into extra innings, the 18 inning, game 3, I think it was, and dude, it felt like a damn century that series went on with everything that happened. Like it was crazy and it was awesome.
You know what I enjoyed on both sides? Fucking the plays at home.
Yeah.
Both of them had that. Those what was it? Will Smith almost let a guy was coming in. He almost let his feet off the plate for like a split
Hmm.
second. That was pretty fucking close. And then the Dodgers did it to them the next inning. Yeah, I mean there's some great defensive plays there.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that gets slept on when it comes to, the quality championship teams is at the end of the day, they have solid defense. It's not just about the hitting. And I mean, case in point, what happened to the Yankees last year and how they were so bad defensively, they just got eaten up and made errors, and it just made the difference why they didn't have a chance in that series. Both of these teams, when it came down to it, they were very sound defensively, and they almost made runners make a lot of mistakes. There were a lot of miscues on the bases by runners where they doubled them up at first base, they doubled them up at second base when the Kike caught that fly ball running in and he didn't get off the bat. He got too far off the bag at second base and he threw it to
Yeah, yeah,
second,
yeah.
got him at the force out. That I did see, and I didn't notice it live though, but on the play at home when Will Smith's foot came off the bag, and they always teach you in baseball, secondary leads. And the guy at third base, he didn't move. He stood still on on the pitch and had no lead, and that's the difference of why he didn't score at home. If he would have got a secondary lead and had his momentum already going towards home, he would have scored easily on that, and the game would have been over.
Hmm.
They would have never had a chance because, Biggie stumbled a little bit on the play and having to come home, and then with Will Smith's foot coming off the bag, guaranteed he was safe, but he had no lead whatsoever.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking exciting to watch. I think it broke some stats as well as far as like most watched game and viewership. The game drew massive television viewership high since 2017.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of funny that you talked about how the fans were super quiet, and we all know this fucking diehard Toronto fan that came out of the blue, our guy Tuesday, who was on the pod a couple weeks ago. This guy hasn't spoken baseball to us in, I don't know, since we've known him, really.
Hmm.
And only within like the last month, maybe he started chirping about the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah.
And supposedly he's a big athlete himself, and he was recalling the days of him playing baseball and stuff. I found it pretty funny that he became pretty quiet at the end.
Yeah, yeah. He texted me on the side. He goes, "Come in Discord. Let me have it." Like he knew it was coming. Obviously, I was going to talk shit to him. But when I was talking shit to him in the chat or in the our group chat, it was funny because he was like, "Yeah, you call me a fake fan or whatever, just because I haven't watched him the last few years. I used to always follow him like 3 years ago, whatever it was." I'm like, bro, that's exactly my point. You know what I mean? But whatever. It was still fun, just to have somebody to kind of go back and forth with because I don't know any other Blue Jays fans. We just happen to have a friend in Canada that you know is a
Dude,
fan or not.
the meme that I sent earlier today of the Dodgers players being K-pop stars and then all the
Yeah.
fans are cholos, that's fucking hysterical. Because Imanaga for the Cubs decided to test free agency because the Cubs kind of let him exercise that.
Yeah.
And reports are already saying he might go to the Dodgers. And to be honest with you, I mean, the last month and a half or so, he didn't really do so great. So you can
I
have him.
I we
But
have
there
a
is
lot of starting pitching.
I believe there's a stud in Japan that's supposed to come over, like a pitcher, that he
Yeah.
has connections with Shohei and Imanaga.
Yeah.
And if we can get him over here because of Imanaga, then fucking let's bring him back. But
Now you know who's gonna go get him? It's gonna be the Padres. The Padres are gonna go get him. I don't think the Dodgers. he's probably going to still want a little decent contract.
Oh yeah.
And the Dodgers have a lot of starting pitching, and a lot of times they won't, with the quality that they have, they're not going to go get um a guy like him. They're going to go get some of your guys that are coming back that they think they can revitalize, that were quality before, and on the tail end, the some of those guys. Because all of our pitchers are coming back. Snell's coming back, Glasnow's coming back, Otani, Roki. We have guys that are coming back from injuries too. So we have a lot of starting pitching where I don't think that we'd go get somebody like Imanaga.
Dude, that
Really?
one pitcher for Toronto though. Imagine being called up from the fucking um minor leagues and then coming to pitch in the World Series.
Yeah.
Ye Savage or however you pronounce his last name.
Yeah, he's a
Dude,
rookie.
yeah, I think he only made like 53,000 this year.
Well, he did play in the end of the season. He didn't just go straight to the World Series. He
No, no,
was
no, yeah. But I mean, he had minimal experience.
dude. He was a dog. He had a nasty splitter. What the Dodgers had struggled with all postseason long. He had 12 strikeouts on him on game 5, I think it was, and literally just they were dead in the water. Like they were literally did nothing against him. So yeah.
His MLB debut was September 15th,
Okay.
2025. So not long at all.
Yeah, not too long. Not too long. Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy. Hopefully he got a fat little bonus because making 53,000 a year and to
Yeah.
basically, carry that team for quite some time.
Yeah, for
Not, I
sure.
mean, not for a game and a half or so, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he won both games he started.
yeah,
The only pitcher that truly outpitched him, I I would say, is Yamamoto.
yeah,
Yamamoto was lights out. That guy, I mean, just the fact of, like, I don't know if most people know this, but, like, a pitcher usually only pitches every 5 days because
yeah,
it puts so much stress on their arm and they have to just ice it and the cool down and everything. The max they usually will pitch in between in the playoffs is like 3 days rest. But Yamamoto came out the day after pitching a what did he pitch? 6 innings, six, almost 7 innings, 100 pitches. And obviously 100 pitches is the official count. They don't count foul balls for anyone who doesn't. Well, they don't count some balls, not all of them, right? The ones that count towards their pitch counts. Um, and so he 100% threw more than that because obviously there's warm up pitches, there's everything in between, and he comes out and pitches 3 innings and game 7. It's unheard of. It's insane. It just doesn't happen. Guy
yeah.
was phenomenal.
Max Scherzer actually pitched pretty well. I mean, he only
He,
gave up one run for an old guy that he is. What is he, 41?
yeah.
I don't know his contract. I don't keep up with Max Scherzer, but I don't know if it's his last year, but damn, he pitched a hell of a game.
I expected the Dodgers to hit him better than they did. I expected them to hit him better than they did, but he just had really good placement. They're old dogs and they know how to pitch, man. They know how to pitch. They do their thing. I mean, just like, Kirsch didn't do much in the playoffs, right? And if you look at his regular season stats, once he came back, he had a phenomenal ERA. He had like a 2 something or 3 ERA, below 3 ERA. It's high in 2s or something. He pitched well. Like, he had several really, really good games and helped the Dodgers when a lot of other pitchers were struggling.
Yeah,
And he's not throwing fast. He throws 90, 91 mile an hour fastball, an 89 mile an hour slider. I mean, one of the most disgusting curves you'll see in the game. It just drops from the sky. But yeah, it's just they know how to hit their corners and work every side of the plate and just keep batters, on their toes of not being able to expect what's coming.
yeah.
And that's what, what's his name did. Scherzer did.
Scherzer, the first game that he pitched against you, He gave up 5 hits, 3 runs,
Yeah.
and then this last game he gave up 4 hits, 1 run, and 1 walk versus 3 walks the first game. So I mean, he did pretty well.
Yeah, no, he did what they needed him to do. I don't think he was ever going to go that long in Game 7. They weren't going to give him a chance to go too deep again through the order because
Yeah.
that's just how it goes. The second time, third time you see a starter is usually when they start just teeing off on him.
Did you look at the tickets for the last game? Oh wait, no, it was in Toronto. I'm
It was
sorry.
in Toronto.
Never mind.
It was
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Toronto.
duh. Never mind. What was the last game? You looked at tickets to the last game it was in LA, right?
Yeah, I looked at tickets throughout. I mean, they were going to be at least for the ones that I was wanting to get at least like I'd say 1,300, 12 to 1,300 a piece, and that was you know little right field bleachers or a little bit higher up. Obviously, tickets went stupid expensive in other spots, but
Yeah. I mean, it sucked that it was at 5 o'clock at your time.
yeah.
That sucks. That's like the middle of dead traffic.
Well, the hard part for me is like if I was gonna go, I wasn't gonna go without my son, and it was his last week of football.
Yeah.
And if you don't practice, you don't play.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
was like, I'm not going to pull him out for that. And then he can't play. You know what I mean? So I just kind of let it go because I probably would have paid for the tickets and just went because, I wanted to go with him. But, hey, maybe
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah. Fuck. Well, shit. You guys are about to buy your team again, so it's all right. I'm sure you'll be in the playoffs.
By our team, everybody's coming back. We only have like 7 players that aren't coming back, and none of them are major contributors. Kike Hernandez is one, but they'll resign him, I'm sure. A few others are like one is Miggy Rojas, which he's a utility. He's not an expensive one for them to bring back. And then there's a few relief pitchers. Like there's nobody on our team that we're not losing anybody in free agency this year. Everybody that you really saw that were major contributors are coming back.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't have anything else to say about the Dodgers or the series. Do you have anything else?
No, back-to-back champs, baby.
Okay.
Let's go to football.
Man, what a shit show, brother. I am just going to let you know, I have not looked at this. We're going to look it together. I don't know what this looks like, but I don't feel like we did great, and I feel that some of my gut picks I should have went with my gut. Not saying that you did wrong or I did wrong. My internal gut, maybe I didn't express it at the time, but man, we did not do well. That's what I'm assuming. So let's see.
Well, the ones that we did pick, we felt pretty confident about them.
We did, but man, did a lot of teams let us down this week. Holy shit.
Well, I mean, the main one, obviously, we can call it right off the bat, is the Colts. The Colts, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
really don't. I don't understand where they were. I mean, I kind of know what happened because I was watching some of the game, but I mean, they had Daniel Jones under pressure the entire game, and he struggled. He struggled against significant blitz, and he threw 3 interceptions. And in all reality, he just never looked comfortable the entire game because of that, and it contributed to like I said, the 3 interceptions. And they tried to battle back towards the end of the game because the Steelers never put him away. Um, but yeah, 27-20, and they were favored in that game.
Man, we fucking got 1 point. So much for going fucking 5 for 5 or 4 for 5. Golly, that sucked.
Yeah.
The fucking Lions couldn't cover. Or actually, hold on. The Vikings didn't, or the Lions didn't even win, to be honest. Or yeah, they didn't win.
Yeah,
They
they
lost
lost.
27-4.
Yep.
What the fuck, man? That's crazy. JJ McCarthy had 143 yards for 2 touchdowns. Aaron Jones had 78 yards. And the Lions, I mean, I don't know what the fuck happened here. Well, the run game was not present at all. Montgomery only had 40 yards and Gibbs had 25 yards. They had some receivers that went off. I mean, two receivers, St. Brown went off for 97 yards. Laporta went off for 97 yards. Jameson Williams, went for 66. But dude, I mean, the Vikings came out hot first quarter, 14 points right off the bat, and then the fucking Lions kind of just played it slow and low the whole fucking time, like a crock pot. I was trying to correlate that with a crock pot. I couldn't figure it out quick enough.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, the Lions did have a blocked field goal in the game. They, I believe they had, what happened? I think it was a turnover that contributed. No, it wasn't. They didn't do anything in the first quarter. Okay, I thought there was a turnover that led to a thing, but JJ McArthur didn't even have a great game.
No, I'm 143 yards. I mean, I feel like that'd be like, all right, 143 yards. You're expecting a big run number. You're expecting a lot of, but no, not even.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. It's kind of odd, like looking at this. Like, I don't know how they won. I mean, obviously, it kind of just it looks like they outplayed them. Like, if you just compare numbers to numbers, you would think the Lions and took out touchdowns. You would think the Lions beat the Vikings, but
even with like how the score is 27-24, you would assume that the winning team has a little bit more time possession. Not in this case. The Vikings had 28 minutes of time in possession. The Lions had 31.
yeah.
The Lions had 0 interceptions. Vikings had 1. The Lions had 1 fumble loss. Vikings had none. I mean, Lions had 3 more penalties than the Vikings. They allowed the same amount of sacks. They were pretty close in total plays. I mean, it just was. I don't know how the fucking Lions lost this game.
I don't either. It's really perplexed kind of on how they lost this game. You would think it was honestly, you would think it was turnovers, but there wasn't really many turnovers. There was 1 fumble by David Montgomery, which they did lose. But JJ McCarthy also threw a pick, so it's like they were even in that case. Obviously the blocked field goal plays a factor because that would have put them tied, and then it's an OT type game. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Lions shit the bed. Either way, we thought the Lions would handle the Vikings pretty significantly. The two Vikings do have a decent defense. It's a little bit of maybe it was just a matchup game, and they played them well, and the Vikings, they pulled it out. Hats off to them.
The next game that we got shitted on was the Chargers game. Chargers versus Titans. I mean, Justin Herbert came out throwing an interception right off the bat. Fucking Titans came back and ran it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Chargers scored, and then fucking the Titans had a punt return for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were up 14-7 in the first quarter.
Yep.
And then they scored 13. Or I'm sorry, no, that was the Chargers scored 13 points. So it was what was it? It was 22-17 going in the halftime.
Yeah, I mean the Chargers won, but the problem is no, it was
the Titans fucking kept up. There was those two special teams, or not special teams, defensive play and the special team play that ultimately killed them. I mean, it would have been 7-27 if that was the case.
Yeah, it would have been or 34 because they would have had 6.
Yeah.
It would have been a no-brainer because they 100% didn't do anything offensively. They really are a terrible team offensively.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Didn't they just have a couple trades or a trade this past weekend?
I think they traded away a defensive player.
Edge rusher.
Yeah. There was actually a lot of trades that happened today. I don't know if you were following.
Yeah. I did. We can go through it while we talk about the games, but yeah, they got an edge rusher they sent to the Ravens.
Yeah.
The next game that we got screwed on, fucking Colts. Man, Colts versus Pittsburgh. I thought this was probably the lock, the most comfortable lock that I thought
Yeah.
last week. And wow, were we disappointed in this one.
Yeah, we were both confident in that when we took it. But the Steelers showed up and they found something in watching film on Daniel Jones and the Colts offense, and I'm pretty sure they shut down um they shut down the running back as
Jonathan
well,
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. He didn't
Yeah,
really do much this
he only
week.
had 45 yards.
Yeah. But I mean, he is the literal, he's the core of their offense. If he goes, they go. Yes, Daniel Jones is playing very well, but Jonathan Taylor is the core of that offense. So him having a not so great game, forcing Daniel Jones to throw the ball that many times under that much
Having 3
pressure.
interceptions.
Yeah, they were never going to come out of that game. There was just way too many opportunities for the Steelers, and they won it by a touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, the Colts lost 3 fumbles. They had 3 interceptions. They had the most time of possession. But man, those 3 fumbles and you can't have 6 turnovers like
No,
that and expect to win a game.
the fact that they were even within 7 points is astounding, because that should never be the case on that many turnovers.
Right. Yeah. No, you're right. Okay. Next game that we got screwed on. Oh, this is your lock of the day. Oh no, actually, I'm sorry.
My
I
lock
rephrased
one.
that. I'm sorry. Your lock 1. You are correct.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna say my lock one. This was
Your lock 1.
the 14-point spread that
Yeah.
we had, and yeah, they won it by 24. The Rams beat the Saints, and it was never really even close. They let them score some points in the second quarter and kind of looked like it might be interesting, but yeah, no, they didn't do anything after that.
Tyler Shaw or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I mean, between him and Rattler, I mean, I don't know who they're going to play as quarter. I don't know what they're doing at quarterback right now.
Hell, they might even just let Taysom Hill start, playing quarterback and running the ball half the time and throwing it up whenever he can, because
Yeah.
they have him. I mean, technically, he was a quarterback by trade before, and then they converted him into a gadget type player where he is technically a tight end, but he's also a running back because he runs the ball a lot in like their IPO situations. But yeah, they at this point, I think they're just in competition with the Jets for the first pick in the NFL draft next year to take a quarterback, because obviously these two are terrible and they're gonna have to go take somebody.
Dude, the Jets, man, they offloaded a shitload of people today, didn't they?
Oh yeah, that's just offloaded a shitload of players. They have first round picks for days over the next 2 years. It's insane.
Yeah.
They have 3 first round picks and 1 year, and then they got 2 first round picks the following year and 3 second rounds or something like that. Like it's crazy.
How do you feel about the Cowboys acquiring Quinnen Williams?
It's interesting. While I would have loved it in the beginning of the season, I was torn, because Ryan and I were actually talking this morning, and he was like, "Why haven't they traded for Hendrickson as a defensive end and yada yada yada?" And I'm like, in all honesty, is like I think our defense needs more than just one individual player that's good right now, and I don't know if it makes sense to trade away some of our first round picks that we acquired in order to do that. It almost makes more sense, I feel like, to go after some of those young players. Um, and then in the same time, if you trade away those picks, then you look like a fool, because you traded Micah Parsons for 2 first rounds. And if you go use those to get a mediocre defensive end, or not a mediocre, he's good, but he's not as good as Micah. It just, like, you look even more stupid. So he gave away a first and a second to get Quinnen Williams. He's definitely a good defensive tackle. I'm like, sure, I like it, but I'm not like, oh my god, our team's back type of deal. Like, it's just a good. I'm more excited for our linebacker that's coming back, Overshown. So Overshown had a pretty bad injury last year, but he's going to be coming back here in the next 2 weeks, and phenomenal linebacker. He's a phenomenal linebacker. I'm really excited for him to come back. I just hope he can stay healthy.
Yeah. The last game that we chose was, or I chose, actually, I was pretty confident about this pick, and they were actually doing pretty well until the end. Oh my God, Pats versus Falcons.
You couldn't remember what you called him or what?
No, I was fucking stuck. I had two different thoughts in my head. Pats versus Falcons. Pats won by 1 point, but I mean, they were leading the game going into the fourth quarter, and then they let the Falcons score 9 points in the last quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. They almost let him squeak back in. And for a second, honestly, I thought the Falcons are going to win it. I was like, no shot. They were going to win this game. And, yeah, Drake London had 3 touchdowns. Like, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
but yeah.
Bijan Robinson only had 46 yards, but yeah, Drake London had 3 touchdowns, 118 yards.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
But
And
yeah.
that last fucking touchdown was at the 4-minute mark, like 4:30 mark or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
it was bullshit. Straight bullshit. I just got screwed at the end too, because I didn't. Oh man, I was not looking forward to talking about this because I was so confident in that pick. And then now to hear that what's his name wants out of Falcons, he's open for a trade.
Oh,
Um, what the fuck is his name? Kirk Cousins. Sorry.
well, because he's a backup. He's
Yeah, I
not.
know, but I think the idea is them to go with Penix Jr. at this point, right? I mean,
Oh, he's been the starter. Kirk Cousins doesn't play at all. Penix is
yeah,
the
no,
starter, 100%.
but
But
I
they
think
they like they like having the backup, the quality backup. They value it a lot. So I don't see them getting rid of Cousins. Plus, they put so much money into the guy. Might as well fucking make
I
sure you
mean
have him when you need him.
The Jets could use a quarterback.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of teams out there. I heard that actually speaking of the Jets, I heard today that there was an idea that Kyle Murray would be an interesting trade to the Jets. That there was some rumblings of that.
I think that's people just talking.
Because what's his name had a well, we haven't even talked about our games. So let's go ahead and talk about it. I'll let you go first.
Because we're talking about the Cardinals now. Well,
Cardinals, Cowboys.
that wasn't Kyler Murray. It was Jacoby Brissett. But if
Right, exactly.
the
He did so well.
yeah, but the coach has already confirmed that he's not
I know.
Kyler Murray as a starter.
I saw the same interview.
Yeah.
But my peoples have been talking. I've been
Your
getting word that
your people said some other shit last week, and we went 1 for 5. So your peoples is, I think, full of shit. I think your peoples be talking out their
no,
ass.
you know who's full of shit is the Cowboys defense.
The
So
Cowboys defense is 100% full of shit.
Let's
They're
talk
not
about
full
it.
of shit. They're dog shit.
Hold
That's
on,
what they are.
Oh, actually, yes. Go into it. Go into it. Yeah. Go talk
Yeah.
about the Cowboys.
Our defense is dog shit. But it's our secondary. Remember, I told you it's our secondary cannot stop anything. We have way too many injuries, and I don't know if you saw it. One of our cornerbacks is supposed to be our number 1 cornerback, who we signed for 3-4 years, 90 something million. I don't remember how many years it was, but Deron Bland, he got absolutely shook on the goal line by Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, he kind of just did this little shimmy, and next thing I know, Deron Bland is crossed up like you would see somebody falling down on a basketball court. Is exactly what happened to him, because this man fell on his ass on a one-on-one situation, and Marvin Harrison just walked into the end zone. Like, he literally kind of just literally walked in and caught a touchdown. It was
Dude,
ridiculous. If you haven't seen that clip, I was embarrassed.
I was looking at Marvin Harrison's stat lines for the entire year. There's only one game that he actually had 2 more yards, and that was against the shittiest team in the league. Guess what team that is?
The Bears.
No, the Titans. The Titans.
I know. I just had to say. You said shittiest team in the league, so I had to say the Bears.
You're an asshole. See, I'm trying to have a real conversation. And you want to talk shit.
That's what we do. So I had to. But yeah, no.
But he had 96
secondary
yards
is
for one TD.
yeah, no. Our secondary is probably last in the league, 100%. Like we give up the most receiving yards, period. So that doesn't surprise me. It absolutely doesn't surprise me. Our secondary is terrible. Eberflus is terrible. We should have never got rid of our secondary coach.
Thank you for signing him. And well, I mean, we were going to get rid of him anyway, so it doesn't matter where the hell he went. But I'm so happy that he signed with you guys.
Yeah, because he had a relationship with our coach, Schottenheimer. It was a joke. I literally knew our defense was going to be trash the second that we picked that bum up. Like he is an absolute bum. That was the worst defensive coaching call, but they wanted him to have his guys to kind of give him confidence. I'm referring to our new coach in Schottenheimer. And so they let him like, oh, Eberflus was a head coach. He has a defense, da-da-da-da-da. No, just because he had a decent defense in fucking the 90s or whatever, he had this decent defense doesn't mean shit because he's terrible now. Just look at how bad the Bears were.
I love seeing the Cowboys lose.
Yeah, well, the Dodgers still won, so kiss my ass.
in fantasy, Dak had 15.4 fantasy points. He made the top 18th, or he was round 18 among QBs last week.
Yeah, he played. They were bad. He got sacked again too. He got sacked like every single time they were trying to make a play, he would get sacked. They were all over his ass. He got knocked down on how many times. Plus, we had a few fumbles. I think Javonte Williams scored or fumbled on a drive. George Pickens fumbled, I think, twice. It was a terrible game.
Well,
when your leading tackler is Deron Bland, the same guy that I just said got cooked, he had 14 tackles in this game. That's a problem. Your cornerback should never be your leading tackler in a game. Like, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And he was.
Well, maybe your new defensive end will help you.
He's a defensive tackle. He's not even a
defensive tackle. I'm sorry, defensive tackle. We traded for a defensive end today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we also got a linebacker. We picked up a linebacker, Logan Wilson, from the Bengals.
Well, speaking of, I forgot how I was going to correlate this. Speaking of a team that also beat the Cowboys, the Bears. So let me just rattle off some stats here, because the Bears, we'll talk about it. All right. Overall, the Bears game was exciting. It was high scoring points, 47-42. Yes, 42 points is a lot of points to give up. But I will say, in the past, when the Bears were up, and I think I've already referenced this in the past, in the last couple of weeks, when the Bears have been down as a Bears fan, when the Bears have been up as a Bears fan, I've always thought to myself, all right, well, let's see how they fuck this up. And they truly did. They
tried.
Yeah, they almost did. They literally almost did. Flacco, I mean, I gotta give props to the guy. I don't know how old he is, but my man's still balling. And he has some great fucking receivers too. They have some pieces over there. They just need to, I don't know. I mean, well, obviously it would probably be a different story with what's his name back. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if we would have won. I don't know. But anyways, for Flacco coming in on short notice, I mean, this is his second week or something like that with the Bengals. I mean, it's 9-day difference from when the previous quarterback was playing versus him. So shout outs to him for that. But either way, Caleb Williams, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 receiving touchdown. Did you see that play?
That was such a corny play. That should never happen.
Did you see that fucking play?
The Bengals
He-
are terrible.
My man has 3 stat lines. He has 280 yards throwing with 3 TDs. He has 5 carries for 53 yards. He also has 2 receptions for 22 yards and a TD. What
Yeah,
quarterback
well,
out here is doing that fucking shit?
I don't want to hear
Right.
that shit because
Let's
that
go.
fucker failed me in the 1 week that I started him, which was last week, and he threw up a
Yep.
complete dud.
I'm in
So
the same
this
boat.
week-
I'm in the same boat. Yep, I'm in the same
This
boat.
week, I fucking was on the border. I was projected points. He's going against the Bengals, and I'm like, fuck, I just can't trust him after what he did to me last week.
Yep.
Luckily, the person I went with, and I because I needed obviously fill in, I went with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold also had a very good game this week. So it didn't hurt me too bad. But when I saw Caleb do this and have this game and this game going so high, I'm like, you piece of shit. Like that just kept going through my head. Like, what the fuck were these points last week, you bum? Because damn.
I think on my bench, well, I played yeah, I'm in the same kind of boat. I had played Matthew Stafford against the Saints, which wasn't bad. I mean, he gave me over like 25 points, so it's not like anything bad. But on my bench, Caleb in our league gave me 43 points. And like, oh damn, but I still won. But either way, like I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
Kyle Manangai,
dude.
I mean, we might have found our new running back. I love the way he runs through the tackles. I love his cutting motion. I think he has a little pip in his step, a little quicker step than Swift. Just because like maybe the age and stuff. But I mean, Swift is still a good back. I'm not gonna say he's trash or anything, but he went off for 26 carries for 176 yards. And then we gotta give my man some love. He came in, oh my God, I'm blanking on names. Our tight end was out on injury.
Loveland.
No, who he played in for?
He
played for Notre Dame. He played in for Notre Dame.
I know you're talking about. I can't think of his name right now.
Hold on. No, this feels disrespectful. I gotta remember his name. This feels disrespectful. Colt Kmet.
Yeah.
He was injured. Colson Loveland came in. And fucking, this is where I'm talking about. In previous games, previous seasons, Bears are up. In my head, I'm thinking, all right, how the Bears are going to fuck this up? This season, Caleb already showed us in a couple weeks ago, give him a 2-minute drive, he can actually win a game. Now, the Bengals have shitty defense as far as like tackling. I mean, the guy, terrible. Who was that? Who says that?
Terrible. I don't know. Just go on though. We don't need to get stuck on that one.
Anyways, it was a shoulder tackle, a missed arm tackle. He broke out, got the touchdown. Yep. Fucking amazing. He
Jordan
went off
Battle thinking he's the strong fucking good type shit fucking safety comes flying in and hits him when he doesn't realize he's hitting a tight end who's built to get hit that way. He's built to take something like that and continue to be able to go up the field. So what happens? Jordan Battle bounces off this fucker and he proceeds to run up the field for another 30-something yards, whatever it was. And they lose the game in the final 20, 30 seconds, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was like 20 seconds or something like that.
Because of a missed tackle, you let somebody go 60 yards for a touchdown and lose you the game just after you had put up, like, dude, I'd cut that fucker if I Bengals like, get out of here.
Bengals were up 42-41 with 54 seconds left, and it was a 58-yard touchdown pass. It was fucking amazing. The Bears in total and offense, again, as a Bears fan, we're not used to this type of shit. We're not used to we had the Mark Trestmans, we had the Lovie Smiths, we've had fucking Eberflus, we've had shitty fucking coaches that thought they were offensive mind gurus. Maybe not Coach Lovie Smith, but like Trestman and things like that. Bears had over 576 yards of total offense. All right. Hold on, give me 1 second. There, I had a note here. Give me 1 second. I should have had this up. Oh, the only downside to this, not downside, but the only thing that was kind of crazy to see was that Rome Odunzie didn't have any receptions or
Not a
yards,
single reception.
not a single stat. So, I mean, as a team, you're not always going to get the ball. You know, you're there to, you know, it's a team game. You know, you got to do what you got to do to get the win, right? He didn't specifically say anything, but I don't know if you saw this, but apparently his dad was on Twitter, and he has a history of being a little bit outspoken.
One
His
of those.
his dad literally, let me read you let me quick. He retweeted this. Can the Bears trade Rome Odunzie to a team that will actually throw to him? So he tweeted it and pinned it on his Twitter. I'm like, bro, your son gets the fucking ball every game, right? DJ Moore, I'm sorry, had 72 yards this game. DJ Moore came from Carolina where he was getting the ball every single time.
Yeah.
And we've never had any issues with DJ Moore as far as being outspoken, talking to the media, asking about, you know, being like a drama queen, if you will.
Yeah.
Now, I can't hold this against Rome because it's not him that's saying it. But the fact that you're like your father's being a little bit of a drama queen about this over one game, come on, man. Quit
mean,
that shit. That's bullshit.
Yeah, and granted, majority of Caleb's yards went to Colston Loveland. He had 118 yards. The rest went to DJ Moore, and those were
He
only
was reading
10 passes between.
he's reading the defense well. The middle's wide open, the tight end's open. No, they can't guard him. Fucking
Right.
throw it to him.
And obviously, when yes, they're putting up that many points, but when your running back is running for 176 yards,
Right.
like, come on, like there's not everybody can eat. That's natural in football. Not everybody can eat, and you know.
Speaking of eating, brother, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase ate up our secondary.
Oh, those
121 yards between Higgins, Jamar Chase 111, Chase Brown had 75 yards.
Yeah.
I think Joe Flacco had a career high throwing against us for 470 yards.
I wonder if that is his career high. I don't know, but yeah, that was. I mean, he played his ass off. He's been doing nothing but throwing the ball. Joe
That is
Flacco's
fucking
arm
nuts.
is going to fall off by the end of the season with how much he's throwing it.
And at the end of the game, they were trying to throw a Hail Mary, and the commentators were even like, well, he has this like injury to his shoulder, so who knows if he can actually throw the ball that far right this second. And I mean, still, I mean, it's a valid point, but my man had, even with some sort of, you know, lingering injury, he still threw for 472 yards or 470 yards.
470 yards on 47 attempts. He did throw 2 picks, which are probably the reasons why they lost the game. Because they were probably, I believe they were kind of in Bears territory.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, because there were literally no defense on either side besides those 2 things.
Last thing I'll say about the Bears. Our special teams, as far as like our kick return, punt return, needs to be better. Like we gave up way too many yards. That was ridiculous. Second thing is Ben Johnson. In regards to offense, like again, with our past coaches, we would get sprinkles of like some sort of creativity. But I've never seen I mean, I've seen a quarterback get a touchdown before, but I've never seen it as consistent as I have in the Bears' history as I am seeing it now with Ben Johnson. His big passing plays, his play action plays, his, you know, the reverses, the flea flickers, the this, like that's what I love. I mean, as Bears fans, that's what we love to see. And his serial killer mentality, like emotions on the sideline, cracks me up. Like he has no emotion. Like even when they were down at the last like 54 seconds, he had no emotion. Like he, you know, obviously he coached his team to do what they got to do, and you know, I mean, dude,
but you know what that tells me?
As of right this second in week 9 or week whatever it is, I'm happy that we have Ben Johnson as their coach.
But you know what that tells me when he's showing no emotion? It tells me this is what he expects. This is what he expects his team to be able to do. And he's not going to be surprised by it. yes, he's happy, but he's not going to be surprised by it because this is what he expects him to be able to do. And
Yeah.
that's what his offense is built to be able to do. He also needs to start giving Kyle Monangai more opportunities in the offense and really truly run it the same way he did with the Lions with Gibbs and Montgomery.
Yep.
And
I agree.
if he builds on this, he's going to not only make Swift better, but he's gonna give them both because he's gonna have the defense on their toes with the different styles of how they run, and when Monangai can come in and ram it down their throats after Swift gets him tired running from edge to edge, chasing
Yeah.
him on the outside. So he needs to. I mean, maybe he's building upon that, and maybe there was a confidence thing with Swift that they can work on. And Monangai is a rookie, so he's still learning. But
Right.
yeah, there's definitely some, I would say, in the run game, if your offensive line can stay consistent, because granted, we do have to take a little bit of the with a grain of salt because it is the Bengals, and the Bengals defense is terrible, and you would expect to do this at teams like this, and in a sense, maybe not to this extent, but there's brightness there, I'll say.
Yeah. I think just like the Lions were a couple of years when Ben Johnson was there, you have the two running backs. You have your two running backs. Your run games only make your receivers stronger, more dangerous because everybody's playing the run game. So yeah, I completely agree.
The
We
one
did
thing
have
I'll say too, the problem with that though is if Ben Johnson gets to Ben Johnson style offense, it's through the running game. It's not through the passing game. So if Roa Dunze is already complaining about
no, he's not complaining. His father's
his father, but so a lot of times that's
yeah,
when your father's
that's who they
complaining,
vent.
it's through
That's who they vent
conversation.
to. Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah, yeah,
exactly. So it's like he's voicing something that could be potentially from him.
but he's
So
coming. He's coming
yeah,
from a. I mean, it's his rookie year. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, he's coming from an organization where he was like the star. You know what I mean?
And who knows? Maybe DJ Moore will take him under his wing and say, "Look, Rook, you need to get your father and put
Yeah,
this shit to bed.
yeah,
Be that unk to him and kind of just say, look, that this if you want to be on a successful team, you can't do this type of shit.
yeah,
It just doesn't work."
yeah. We did make a trade today. Um, we had a injury. Who was out for the season? Dio Adebingo. I horrible with names here, but we did trade for some defensive end out of Cleveland. I don't really know much about this guy, so I don't really watch Cleveland defensive pass rushing, but we'll figure out who he is. But Joe Tyron, man, these names cannot get any worse. Not worse, but harder. Tyron Shoinka. I have fucking troubles pronouncing all types of names, but yeah. What's his name? Gardner. Who's like one guy? The Gardner guy that we traded
Sauce
for.
Gardner.
Gardner. Yeah, Sauce
Oh,
Gardner. No, not Sauce Gardner. Um, CJ
oh,
Gardner Johnson. CJ
yeah. I
Gardner.
was gonna say the one you guys just traded
Yeah,
for. Got it.
yeah.
Yeah,
He did have a little impact on the game. I loved it. The commentary, there was some clips of him getting into it with like the receivers for the Bengals. I could apparently, I mean, he's always been the shit talker, so I like to see that on the field personally. But
it's football.
yeah,
Hell yeah, you want to see guys fired up. You want to see guys. It shows that they care, that they want to. That's one thing that sometimes uh and not to even pivot, but baseball sometimes sometimes those guys are too soft out there. They're too nice, patting each
yeah,
other on the back, picking each other up. Nah, let me see some competitive edge.
yeah, for sure.
That's why I loved it. And I don't know if you saw it when Robleski when he hit that guy in the game 7 and they went at it and the benches cleared. I'm like,
Oh, we
that's
didn't talk
fucking
about that. Yeah,
baseball. I'm
yeah.
like, that's fucking baseball, baby. Like, let's see the benches clear. Let's see some of that because that's people giving their all. Yeah, but yeah, I love that energy. Going back to what you said on in sports in general, not just football.
I know we disagree on this, but I believe that second ball that he threw before he hit him, where what's his name put his hand up, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if that was intentional. I
it looked
mean,
very intentional.
but if you have a ball coming at you, you're trying to block your face or like, you know what I mean? Like I could easily see myself doing that.
But
Like,
he
just
didn't really
trying to block.
block. That wasn't a block, Tony. Like, look at it again. He threw his hand out. Like, his hand didn't come in and up. He threw his hand out. Like, your
Yeah.
hand doesn't throw out in that way.
But why did he even try to hitting him in the first place?
Oh, I don't think he tried to hit him in that. I think that ball just got away from him. I think he was
And then
trying
the
to
third,
come in.
what about the third ball?
I don't that I don't know. That I don't know. I know that they were throwing him high, trying to throw him high and tight. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why they would have hit him. If anybody, they would hit Springer, or why they would hit anybody and cause that in the game 7 anyways. Who knows? Maybe they told him, hey, let's get some energy into the fucking team and let's cause something like this. Who knows? Like, maybe that was something somebody called and maybe it lit a little fire. Like,
Dude, I
who
want to see a
knows?
fight. And in hockey, they're fucking fighting. In football, they're fighting. In basketball, basketball, they're not really fighting, depending on who the person is. I mean, if it's
Yeah.
Barnett, you might be fighting, or somebody else. But I want to see some fighting on baseball
Dude,
field sometimes.
That's why I love Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly, when he was with the Dodgers, he didn't back down from anybody. He would put somebody on their ass. I mean, he reminded me of Pedro Martinez, the way he attacked people on the Red Sox. Like,
Yeah,
he'd go plunk anybody and say, "Let's go. I'm not afraid
yeah,
of you. Let's go."
yeah.
And you knew he was gonna plunk you. Yeah, like that. I love those types of pitchers.
Yeah. All right, let's get into our next week, week 10. All right, we got to make a fucking stride here. We were unders. I believe our ranking was under 1,700 last week, or no, just right above 1,700. We're at 2,500 now, over at 2,500. So now we got to make a push here.
Hey, don't call it a comeback, baby. We're coming. We're going back.
Raiders at Broncos. Broncos -9.
Raiders are terrible. Broncos win that game, but I don't like 10 points. So
yeah, Falcons, Colts -6.
I'm still confident in the Colts.
Can the Falcons stop the run game?
The Falcons are not going to pick him off 10 times. They're not going to stop Jonathan Taylor that as bad as the Steelers did. They just don't have the defense to do it. The Colts win this game.
It's in London, I believe, too.
Yeah, dude, I'm not going to let one game against the Steelers, who had a very strong defensive plan against Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor, influence the decision that much. The Colts are a very good team. They're going to they're going to jump back and they're going to win this game. And I like the 7 points touchdown win.
Okay. Browns at Jets. Browns -2.5. Don't want any part of this.
I mean, the Jets are in a fire sale. They're going to have no defense, but yeah, no, I mean, that's fine.
Saints at Panthers. Panthers -5.5. What the fuck happened to the Panthers backfield? I mean, Rico Dowdle, or whatever his name is, just came in and just took over that spot.
Well, he's been so hot. Like but I mean, the Panthers, that's a no-brainer. I love the Panthers in this game. That team is different with Bryce Young. They have a confidence in them with Bryce Young. Andy Dalton couldn't really come in and take over like they wanted. He had a rough game. Bryce Young, they're different with him. They have like the energy, and Dowdle is running the ball really well. Panthers are a sleeper team, man. They could definitely go and win that division if the Buccaneers aren't careful. They're playing really well.
I agree with you, but God, yeah, I don't know. Maybe
the Saints are terrible. The Saints are terrible.
I know, they are terrible. And I just did talk shit about their quarterback, so I'm gonna agree with you. Fuck it, let's go. Panthers -5.5. I mean, actually, I do agree with you. The Colts on 2 as well. But 6, 7 by a touchdown.
ESPN has it at 6.5.
Okay, let me think about the Colts. I'm not saying it's not like the far stretch for me to take the Colts there, but let me just think.
Yeah, don't overthink it. Sometimes you just don't overthink it, man.
Bills at Dolphins. Bills -9.5.
Bills win. I don't know if I like the points.
They had a great game.
They did. They had a great game against the Chiefs. I was really surprised they won that. I thought the Chiefs would win.
Yeah.
But
we didn't even talk about. Did we talk about Jaden Daniels?
No, we didn't talk about it. That was gruesome.
Dude, that was nasty. His non-throwing hand.
Yeah, so it was a dislocated elbow. It wasn't a broken arm, like one of
Dude,
our buddies had told us.
that
But
replay was disgusting.
yeah, that was whew, that hurt. It is a
Yeah.
non-throwing arm, so it's not career-ending by any means. He can definitely come back from it, but um, yeah, that's you hate to see that.
Is he done for the season?
And they say out indefinitely. They're not giving a timeline, but I don't see him coming back. They're not really in a good position in the division right now. They're not playing great, so they're gonna run with Mariota and probably keep him out the rest of the season.
Yeah. The Dolphins against the Bills, and Bills minus 9.5. Dolphins just won the last game 34-10 against the Falcons. Not saying the Falcons are anything relatable to the Bills. I'm just pointing that out there.
And surprisingly, the Dolphins always play the Bills tough. They always put up points, so the Bills are going to have to put up high 30s in order to beat the Dolphins by 10 points. Can they do that? Absolutely. It's just a matter of if they do or don't. And they're going to be playing in Miami, I believe.
Yeah, they are.
So it's one of those games that I could see it being closer than this, just because they're they're interdivision and they play each other hard. They know each other well. It's just how it goes.
No, I misspoke. The Falcons. I'm sorry. I forgot the Miami. Miami played Thursday, so they actually lost. They got their ass whooped 28-6 against the Ravens. All right. Jags at Titans. I'm sorry. Jags at Texans. Texans -1. I don't feel
Interesting game.
I can't figure out the Texans, so I'm not going to bet this one.
I can't either. The Texans' defense is very good, though. They're a very good, quiet defense that doesn't get enough love because
didn't the Jags just trade for Jacoby Myers?
They did because they lost the rookie. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but they lost him to an injury, so they're down a wide receiver, a cornerback. But yeah, so they traded for Jacoby. A lot of people thought he was going to go to the Patriots. I think a lot of people thought he was going to go to the Patriots.
I did hear that as well. Yeah,
but they're comfortable with Booty and Douglas over there, and Stephon Diggs. So they didn't picking him up, and Jags got him.
Giants at Bears. Bears -3.5. I mean, I feel pretty comfortable with the Bears, but the Bears screwed me over 2 weeks ago, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I like the Bears in the game too. I feel like if we take them, we are gonna jinx ourselves or something, and I don't know. So let's just go to the other games. Every time we take our teams, it always ends up bad for us. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if we should ever take our teams again.
Yeah, I mean the Bears about to be 6-3 after this week, so that's gonna be fucking amazing. Ravens at Vikings. Ravens -4.
The Ravens showed up and dominated the Dolphins, but the Vikings also just beat the Lions. So it's like, I don't know. Are they that good, or but their offense didn't play great?
I mean,
the Ravens D is horrible.
They kept Gibbs and Montgomery with low running totals. Can they stop Derrick Henry? Derrick Henry had 119 yards this past game. I mean, against the Dolphins, but yeah, I don't know. That's tough. All right, we got some tough games so far.
I do think the Ravens won the game, but yeah.
Pats at Bucks. Bucks -2.5. Man, the Bucks are tough because they're so injured. I don't know if Godwin's playing. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Drake May's been playing well. That team has been playing pretty well.
Rashid White hasn't really been there recently. Last couple of games.
I'm curious when Bucky Irving's supposed to come back. I want to look into that because he's obviously definitely a big piece that elevates them. But yeah.
Man, I don't know. Part of me almost wants to go to the Pats. Pats +2.5. And I don't really ever want to go against the Bucks, but
yeah, I feel like that's a trap game. It could go either way. truly either way.
Yeah. Cardinals at Seahawks. Seahawks minus 6.5.
I like the Seahawks. They're playing really well right now. They just went and picked up Rashid Shaheed as a I think Cooper Cup is a little injured, and their other wide receiver, who's Horton, who is a pretty solid rookie, but I don't think they just have full confidence in him yet. So they went and
Yeah.
got Shaheed, who is a very good deep threat, and him running down the field, um, alongside JSN, who just can't be stopped. And it sounds pretty lethal of a combo.
So they played in September. Seahawks won 23-20.
Yeah.
Um,
And Brissett is playing well if they if they stick with Brissett, but he already said they're not, and I don't see how he could say that, and then unless there's injury, still I don't know. It's a
yeah.
little toss up there.
I also like the fact that the Cardinals defense sucks.
It's not horrible. Their
I
defense
mean,
isn't actually. I mean, they got Buda Baker. They have a few guys. Like their defense is. It's a solid defense. It's not one of the best, but they have a
they
solid.
stopped the Cowboys, but they couldn't stop the Packers. 27 points. Colts 31 points. They lost to the Titans by 22, or they gave up 22 points. The Seahawks 23. So I mean, I feel like last several weeks. I mean, besides the Cowboys, they give up a lot of points.
Yeah.
I mean, who's it talking? I mean, fucking Bears just gave up 40-something points to the Bengals. So, are you agreeing to 6.5 against the Seahawks or for the Seahawks?
I'm torn on it. If it's our
Okay.
third pick, I'm torn on it. So let's just.
All right. Lions at Commanders. Lions minus 9.5. I mean, this has to be a bounce back game. Oh, fuck. Then you got Mariota. The guy comes in and just somehow just does well.
Mariota's okay, but they also have very little running game. They lost their main running back. The rookie hasn't really done much over there. Their main wide receiver hasn't. McLaurin has been out pretty much the entire season. They're
I like it
pretty
as a
banged
bounce
up.
back game. I like it as a bounce back game for the Lions.
I kind of agree. Yeah.
All right, let's take the Lions. All right. Rams at 49ers. Rams minus 4.
I love the Rams right now. They're playing really well. 49ers beat them the last time injured though, so it's kind of hard, but I do like the Rams in the game.
Okay. Let's see. Steelers and Chargers. Chargers minus 3. I think I like the Chargers in this one.
Yeah. I mean, it's what the Steelers just did makes me question it. But I do like the Chargers as well.
And then Eagles at Packers. Packers minus 2.5.
That's another toss-up game for me. I don't really want to touch it. I'm not confident one way or the other.
All right, so we have the Chargers Steelers minus 3 for the Chargers, and then we have what was the other one that we both kind of liked? Colts, Falcons, Colts. I feel most confident about the Colts minus 6 against Falcons.
Run it.
All right, so we got Panthers minus 5.5, Lions minus 9.5, and Colts minus 6. Who do you like?
You go first, my friend. I'm torn this year, or this week, so.
Man, I want to bet the Bears, but fuck, I don't want to bet the Bears. I'm going to stay away from the Bears. Fuck it. I'm going to take... I mean, what did the Packers do this past week? I mean, they 16-13. They lost to the Panthers. But I can't take the Packers. Fuck. I'm torn between the Pats, the Bears, And I'm not taking the Broncos. Or the Ravens. But I don't want to take all the chalk because I feel like that screws us up every fucking time.
I think sometimes we try to force taking a
Dog.
and it doesn't work out. So just go with your gut.
Let me see.
You're overthinking it. Go with your gut.
Well, my butt.
All right, you're taking too long. I'm gonna take the Rams. I like the Rams. I think they're gonna get payback over there. I think they're at full strength right now. They got Puka back. They got Kyron Williams. I like the Rams. At full strength against the Niners.
All right. I'm taking the Bears. -3.5.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, if you didn't take them, I was thinking I might just take them just to fuck with you and be like, I'm taking the Bears to jinx them. But so I don't hate it.
Okay. All right. Well, our picks are Carolina -5.5, Lions -9.5. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I like the Lions -9.5. That's just a lot of points. Colts, I enjoy. I'm okay with that. Colts -6, Rams -4. I'm okay with that. Bears -3.5. I feel like the Lions is -9.5 is a lot of points. But I mean, it is the Commanders, and they did lose Jaden Daniels, so it's not like, yeah.
Yeah, you're talking Mariota. You're talking backups on every facet, right? You're talking backup quarterback, backup running backs, backup wide receivers. And yes, they just lost a game that we thought that they should have won, but they're still a very good team, and they're not a team that, consistently does bad. So I think their offense is going to do. And the Redskins just got blown out by the Chargers. Was it the Chargers?
Um,
By 20, more than 20 points. No, who was it? Oh, but
Detroit.
The Seahawks beat them 38-14 this past week. And if I'm being honest, like yeah, dude, I think we're solid there.
All right. Well, that's it for basketball. Let me just go on a little rant about the Bulls today. The Bulls won, came back from a 25 point deficit lead or trail to beat the 76ers. Vooch hit a fucking basically almost like a game-winning 3 at the end. I love the fucking fight. I'm sorry, but Dalen Terry needs to go. Patrick Williams needs to go. Still, I mean, I know he made a couple good plays tonight, but still, I just don't see how he can be on this team later on. But I like where we went. We're not undefeated. We did lose, which is fine. We lost to the Knicks, but we beat the 76ers. We came back. Great win.
6-1, still top of the East right now currently.
Yeah. We were tied with the 76ers this before the game.
Yeah.
A couple updates. I don't know if you have anything on the Lakers. I'm not sure if you're watching. I mean, Bronny James did look pretty well. He was throwing some dimes this last game. So
Yeah, no, I've been following him. Honestly, I'm just loving I'm loving what I'm seeing between Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic and the friendship that they're having and how much fun it looks like they're having out there on the court.
oh my
It's
god, stop being such a simp.
dude, it's fucking cool. I love to see it, man. I obviously again, LeBron, he hasn't played. He's still nursing some fake injury, whatever the hell it is. And Lakers are 6-2 right now. And I like what I see. I like what I see.
All right. Couple notes here. 3-Eye Atlas changed its trajectory last several days or like a couple days ago, and the speed in which it got to a certain point. I don't remember the specific date, but there's supposedly like this big resurrection date, this coming of something that's supposed to happen within like 28 days. So we'll see. All right.
Nonsense, I tell you, nonsense.
They've shot 2 of the 3 RIP to the monkeys. They shot 2 of the 3 monkeys that were escaped. I know one was in Mississippi for sure by a woman, and I can't remember where the other one was, but they shot 2 of them. So RIP.
Well, was it legitimate, the thing that you sent? The guy that shot one and got bit by it, and then now he's supposedly has some
Oh no,
crazy sickness?
I think that's fucking fake as shit.
Yeah, you sent it like that it was so real, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. How does he shoot a monkey and then it get bit afterwards? Like, that monkey would be dead if it got shot by whatever rifle that he had.
Yeah.
But yeah.
SNAP benefits are being declined right as we speak.
Yeah.
Right. So next are going to be the riots within like a week, 2 weeks, then the deployment of the military. So we'll watch for that to happen. I'm giving you like a news update, if you will.
I kind of I'm really interested how grocery stores are handling that, because people are
That's a
gonna
lot
try
of
to.
money.
Well, yes, sometimes that, yes, it's obviously money, but I'm thinking along the lines of, like, people are going to be stupid and think they're entitled and go into grocery stores, fill up their baskets with food, and try to walk out of that bitch. So our grocery stores picking
Brother,
up security and different things like that.
it's going to start off as protest, and then when the sun goes down, the riots begin, and then
We'll
the
see.
looting happens.
We'll see.
And it'll happen for a couple weeks, and then the military will come in. Just wait.
Have have you followed a lot of the reasons why the government is shut down, and the bullshit back and forth of the funding of what the Dems are asking to be added back into the budget and what the Republicans took out?
No.
It's insane. Like, if you look into it, the money that they're wanting put back into the budget and why they won't agree to it is, like, there's some crazy things that are money is being spent, and none of it, mind you, and again, this is obviously what is being fed by the Republicans, but none of it is like for anything within the United States. This is all money that's being pushed and funded into other countries, supporting different types of movements. And I'm not going to go into the specifics because that's a controversy in itself of what it is specifically for, and a lot of them, but they're funding things in other countries. And to me, it's like, if this is legitimate, it's kind of like, well, why are we fighting for stuff like that when it's not even money going to the US? Like,
Yeah.
what? I don't hate that. Why do I need all my money to be going to other countries? Obviously it's not my money, but it's part of where our money goes for taxes and shit, going to these foreign countries for stuff that, you know, has no real purpose or benefit to us. So I don't know. It's really interesting, a lot of the back and forth, if you follow some of it.
Don't have an update on Gucci Man if he's a clone or not, so I don't know.
He ain't a clone.
We'll find out if Project Bluebeam comes to fruition at some point. The Epstein's list is still not released.
You're on it, aren't you?
All right. Charlie Kirk situation still has not been solved. Probably will never be solved.
Wait, did you see the video or the picture of how they were talking about how JD Vance hugged Charlie Kirk's wife?
Was it the one where she was wearing leather pants?
Yes, and how he hugged her low on her waist and she, like, caressed his hair. And it was like, that's
Yeah.
a very sensual hug. Like, that's a little bit more than a friendly hug there.
Now, I haven't really looked into it too much, but supposedly the leather pants, from what I saw, correlates something to like the grooming of children on Epstein Island.
Oh my God.
But we don't gotta go into that right this second, okay? So
we
I'm
get
just
bullshit like that out of our ass and talk about stuff like that
okay.
all day. But yeah, no, I've heard some wild stuff too about, I saw, and this is just, random stuff you see. And it's funny how Next thing you know, JD Vance is getting divorced and he's gonna remarry to Kirk's wife, and then he's gonna be the next president, you know, taking after Trump in the running. Like it's like because obviously with Kirk is a lot of following and she's gonna carry that.
Yeah.
There's so much nonsense out there. It's kind of wild.
I got two new ones for you. All right.
Okay.
I've known of one for a while. Do you know what the Pentagon Pizza Index is?
I've heard something about it, but I wouldn't want to speak on a specific. So go ahead, run on it.
So there's multiple websites that track the pizza orders that are going to the Pentagon,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's all within the vicinity of where the Pentagon is.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's high delivery rates or a lot of orders going on, the severity of what is happening and what they're meeting on and the time of day, like if it's in the middle of the night, things like that, the severity of the pizza index goes up.
Yeah.
So then they know that in several weeks from that day, something will be released or something is happening, within, because of the pizza index, right?
Yeah.
So it's called the
Which is
pizza
probably
index.
very legitimate because, obviously they have to feed people in those situations, and pizza just is the obviously easiest and logical thing that they can order. Yeah, that's funny. It's just funny to think that people track that kind of stuff, to try to put two and two together. Like, oh, something's happening in the government because more pizza is being ordered than, whatever time.
Yeah. Do you know about Operation Cyber Polygon?
I do not.
So it's essentially a record number of Trump's cabinet has been living on military bases recently. And it's supposedly to those individuals that are living within those areas are preparing themselves for some sort of electrical grid or global communication collapse. So just a little thing just to give you, right? All right. We're gonna end on this question. All right. Give me an honest answer, all right?
Okay.
Don't bullshit me. How many pigeons could you hold walking down the street?
Pigeons?
Yeah, how many pigeons do you think you could hold be on you at one given time, like the bird woman on Home Alone at any given time?
Oh, so hold on. Are you actually holding them or are they sitting on you?
Both.
Oh, I don't fucking know it.
I think I could probably get about a good,
25.
I was going to say 30.
25.
Well, I beat you, so anyways. All right, that's it.
Why? What's the point of that one?
Just a random question.
What the fuck? Okay.
It's just a random question. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about before we go?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the first call. I'm calling out all of you, the real ones, to leave us a message at the voicemail that we talked about. You are a real one if you listen this far into the podcast. So leave a voicemail. Tell us we're idiots for all of the stuff that we just talked about at the end of this, which is whether it's real or not. Sometimes it sounds like complete nonsense.
All I just heard you say is "come" multiple times.
Well, that's you hear what you love, so that's what you heard.
All right, one last question actually.
Okay.
Red Sec or Battlefield? Call of Duty Battlefield.
Red Sec is Battlefield.
All right, Red Sec or Call of Duty.
Warzone or Battlefield.
Sorry.
Red Sec.
Warzone, yes.
As of right now, between the two that are available, I'm gonna play Battlefield because it's new, it's fresh, I'm enjoying it. But if you're talking OG Warzone compared to this, I'm gonna play OG Warzone. I had a lot of fun on OG Warzone. I'm taking that.
Are you gonna get the new Call of Duty?
Yeah, I already bought it.
Oh,
Pretty sure I already
okay.
bought it.
Okay. What's the best weapon in a zombie apocalypse? For you personally, what would your go-to weapon, if you can make any weapon, what would be your go-to weapon for a zombie apocalypse?
Well, you always run out of bullets, right? So in a zombie apocalypse, I'm going, man, I'm thinking, Walking Dead here, and I'm going Michonne, and give me some swords, or I'm going the bat from what's his name. Those are, I feel like, are two easy weapons that you could find and have. They don't, yeah, one of those two. You?
Probably like a ray gun.
Wait, we're going fake mental. Like, yeah, but you're gonna run out of shots with the ray gun. It's not
How do you
unlimited
know?
energy.
What if it's solar? What is it powered by solar?
Oh, get out of here.
No, I would probably go like that, or like a metal baseball bat, because wood would probably break or some shit. It's like a
Yeah,
metal
but you can always find a wood bat anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, so you could replace it easily. That's was my thought.
one. Makes sense.
Metal is also heavier, so it's heavier to swing. So I don't
When
know.
not if I get like a nice little like t-ball bat, not little, but like
Yeah, you would want a t-ball bat because your weak arms. That's all you could swing.
see, no, that's dumb.
Uh,
All right,
okay, ray gun. You're not an actual zombies from Call of Duty. He said a ray gun.
there are no zombies. We're talking about a hypothetical here, buddy.
Okay, my weapon is a battleship with unlimited ammo for all of the weapons. Okay,
A battleship?
a
Oh,
battleship. A
a
battleship.
helicopter?
No, a battleship, like on the ocean battleship.
Oh,
That's my weapon.
where would you go if there was a zombie apocalypse?
Take me to an
Because you know
island.
there's fucking zombies all over the West Coast.
Take me an island.
Yeah, maybe. I'd probably just be like a pirate, and not a butt pirate like
No,
you.
you're a
Like
butt
a
pirate,
regular,
all right. You're
like
a
a
butt
regular pirate. All right. Till next time. Peace.
You'd have a peg leg.
All right, we're editing that.
Tony Tones World. The Tony Tones World.